happen. But you know, when we were doing that stuff, they were like, oh, that's tricks, you know. If you're not doing, you know, side to side this, you're not dancing.
Right.
So personally, I took a lot of shit because of this, guys, you know. So I'm not gonna be like, yeah, West Coast, you guys did it, because it wasn't like that. Personally, I don't think so.
It wasn't at all. The only tutting and waving that most everyone was doing was what you could fit between beats of your Fresno. So, you know, if you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, throw a wave. Or it wouldn't be a wave like that. And then back onto your Fresno. Or, you know, it was up the body and back and down and then back.
3 waves. And
yeah, you know, so it was like, if you weren't back on beat and you weren't dancing, and no one thought of the possibility that I could wave to the beat, or I could tut to the beat. And I think that Tiny was not totally brainwashed. He was
totally not.
he was still doing the you know, the waving, the tutting, the working on the fingers. But he was one of the only people that didn't get taken in by that. I mean, most everyone else, like, you know, you talk about Liquid Pop Crew, and all of them became boogaloos. And it wasn't until kind of the peak of the Boogaloo mania passed that they kind of got back into doing Liquid, I think, or at least publicly. Because when they came out, it was all Hush Puppies and Boogaloo.
Whole West Coast the same.
Yeah.
And even to this day, they don't even think of waving, it's a style of dance. Or tutting, it's a style of dance. You know, it's a different style. It's a totally different style. It's not Boogaloo. You don't even have to pop. You could just tut. You don't have to pop on every beat. You could just stop on it. You know, it doesn't have to be. There's so much shit to this dance that people don't even understand it yet. You know?
People are, I think, mostly motivated by, you know, following the leader, and they don't necessarily get into the styles and work on them for their own sake. And I think that, you know, we were both always oriented towards getting into a style and working on it just because we were into it, you know. And that's what kept me from kind of falling into lines with the Boogaloo, because it just wasn't as interesting to me.
Yeah, me too. I don't. It's pretty boring, you know, to just dance and hit a few beats with your program. If you listen to the same song 20 times, of course you're gonna know when the boom boom pa boom Even the audience is programmed to the you know.
Right.
And now we come from a electronica style where every time you go in there, it's a different song. You never heard it.
Right.
So you're continuously up like this. You don't know what's going to happen. And personally, me and him always been the guys in the corner, working on shit. Oh, yo, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You know, check out. If you put this, you put that. We're always chemists in the back. You know.
Right.
Meanwhile, these dudes doing their like same dance. You know, it's cool, mad props. But yo, there's other dudes out there that, you know, influence. And now you're watching this. And you know you are influenced, and you know now you're into it because you know. But we have to take all the shit for you guys, you know. Yeah. So now he's got to give some props there, you know.
Yeah.
The fuck, you know.
I think the other thing is now a lot of people are doing many styles, and I don't mean the guy from Brooklyn. I mean they're doing many styles. And they, to some extent, it's good, but they also use it as a crutch. And the reason I say that is because they get to a point with a style, they don't know what to do with it, so they just go to a different style. And they do that different style until they, you know, hit another block point, then they switch. And I think that if you focus on one style and you force yourself to think through and work past the rough spots, that's where you really start to make progress. And you start to expand your mind. If you only work up to the point where you can figure your way out of it while freestyling, you're never going to get very far. You're just going to stumble around in kind of a small space. You have to push against the walls. And for me, I forced myself to stick with tutting and also just finger tutting for a long time. So I figured out how to make a whole vocabulary with it. And I never shared most of the foundation that I have, but I developed, a foundation for footwork, for leg movement, for arm movement, for breaking things down with the index fingers, the thumbs, the head, and I think that if people just took the basic principles that were out there and they kind of ran with them a little bit, they would discover the same stuff themselves.
Yeah, definitely. But a lot of them, they just want, somebody to tell them what to do.
Right. They want to know the exact movements.
Yeah. This, what I think is like, you gotta like take this in now and go to work and start coming out with your own shit, and there's something inside you that you have to find. It's not somebody outside that's gonna tell you what it is.
You can be influenced from outside, but it ultimately has to be a passion within you, some reason that you just love playing with this stuff. It's not enough to want to be good at it. You have to actually enjoy practicing, because if you don't, you're never going to put in the thousands of hours it takes to get good at it. So if you don't enjoy the process, I'd say just give up. But if you enjoy it, and you're uncertain at some point, you don't know if it's leading anywhere, I will tell you that it might never lead to fame and fortune. If you want that, focus in school. But if...
Because, it's not going to pay your bills.
No, never going to pay... Well, maybe someday. Not now, even if you're world famous at it.
You're not going to be world famous, but somebody's going to steal it from you.
Well, that could be
jump on TV and do Tony Trends.
But there is infinite room for development, I think, almost.
Yeah,
and, if anyone's ever interested in learning foundation, I'm always around.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. Yeah. So that's why we're doing this. So hopefully you're going to get like some good, hard, information. And then, now you know what's up, and, take it from here. All right? Peace out.